Okay, here we have the BMW 330. I'm just going to do a 0 to 60 test. The conditions are very wet, so we'll definitely be seeing if this traction control is any good. 3, 2, 1, 0. Traction control came in straight away then. It's very, very effective. It does a superb job at keeping you on the road. Now this is the automatic version. I think if anybody is more of an enthusiastic driver, then yes, you're probably better off going for the manual gearbox. But I was driving the manual gearbox yesterday, and the difference between the two was not as expected. It was not as big a gap with the driving experience. I would say when it comes to the manual on the 3 litre series, it's probably better off in the lower range, quick starts, etc, etc. But once you're in the mid-range, I think the automatic's fine. It's only from the standing starts that the manual gearbox seems to come on top. But even then, I don't really think there's a lot of difference. I think on a 0 to 60 test, you may be somewhere around the best part of a second, but I think it's okay. I think you're okay either way. Now, as a 3 litre, this is not the fastest 3 litre, it has to be said. But it's a very smooth and powerful delivery. The car doesn't have the M-Tech suspension on this one, but if I give it a bit of a wiggle test at 50 miles an hour, it does boat around a bit. It's not a severe roll or meander, but it doesn't roll enough to give me concerns about doing emergency manoeuvres like swerving out of a motorway lane at 60-70 miles an hour. This car can certainly complement any driving manoeuvres like that. Now, the instrument cluster is very clear, very visible. All the dials fit within the steering wheel, so you're not obstructed. The side mirrors, wing mirrors are good. Could possibly be a little bit higher, I think. Rear view vision, very good. Slightly obstructed by the headrests, but it's not going to be an issue. Center console very basically laid out, there's no issues there at all. A little bit of a play with the steering wheel, quite a bit of movement there before anything follows, but once you do get the movement, it's very responsive, and it would be a lot of fun chucking this car into corners, and I think you'll find that traction control gets used a lot more than you'd ever imagine. The interior, very stylish. I mean, look, this car's been around for a while now, but it still looks good, and it's worn well. There's no doubt about that. BMWs, they're a lot more attractive in the past than they are now. I think the dashboard on this alone is a lot more attractive than the 3 Series that followed. Now let's see what the car's like on the corners. As I say, we don't have the M-Tech, so I would expect it to lean a bit, but there's not a lot of roll in this car, so even though it's not got the sports shocks, it's still quite a firm ride. No pull on the wheels at all as I go around the corner, 25 miles an hour. No reflex on the steering. It's just a very, very good cornering car. You know, it's superior in its ability to do this, actually. It really is fantastic. It goes around the corners like it's squatting, almost like it's on tram lines. This is a superior car, even by today's standard. This car, as I said, has been around for a long time, but the modern day Fords, Vauxhalls, they got nothing on this car. Front wheel drives, don't even come near it. It's a fantastic car, fantastic. Let's see what the brakes are like. We're not going to do an emergency stop. I'm just going to brake firmly to see how it reacts. Oh, what a fantastic delivery. Perfectly balanced. No pulling to the left, no pulling to the right. Everything in perfect synchronization. Absolutely superb. This is a very comfortable car to drive. The gear change, the transition is so smooth. This is a very well put together car.